I know I needed to do something. And I like Tony Robbins. I really love Tony Robbins. And Tony Robbins says, as long as you are moving, something is happening.
That's right.
And if it didn't freeze, something was going to happen. And I knew I wanted to be there for my son at the end of the school day. I wanted to participate in those things. I wanted to keep him in private school. I may not have known how I was going to do it, but that was the goal. And I kept that goal in focus.
Y'all, today's show is so good.
But number one, I've never seen an intro like that.
It is my hope and desire that not only will episode 30 still be fun, but episode 300 will be even more fun. You were made for something great, so go and be awesome.
Ten seconds remaining.
Hello, and welcome to the show. My name is Renee Hastings, and I'm your host of Renee Speaks. Y'all, today's show is absolutely amazing. First of all, because it's sponsored by Wilbron, Alabama's premier public relations firm. But about our guest, y'all, Heather Mahoney is a beacon of empowerment, known for her expertise as a certified life coach and a certified passion test facilitator. With a profound commitment to guiding individuals towards their fullest potential, she crafted Designing Your Life's Roadmap, 8 pathways to guide your exit from the pretender highway, a transformative framework for those yearning to unearth their true purpose and live authentically. Based in the vibrant city of Hollywood, Florida, Heather embodies the essence of living passionately and purposefully, inspiring others to embark on their own journeys of self-discovery and fulfillment. Y'all, joining with me and welcoming Heather Mahoney. Hey. How are you?
I am amazingly awesome today.
That is so fantastic. Heather, I'm so excited to have you on the show.
I'm excited to be here.
That's awesome. I've heard so many great things about you and can't wait for you to tell us even more about how you started this journey and what made you so passionate about becoming a life coach.
Oh, how I started this journey. It was about 8 years ago. The now ex-husband came in and said, "Can we talk?" Okay. Yes, exactly.
Those dreadful words.
Yes. I filed for divorce. You'll be served next week.
Oh, and my word.
It was anger, it was hurt, it was shame, it was failure, it was everything all rolled into one because I did not, it's not that I didn't see it coming, it was so surprising to me. Mm-hmm. And I was so hurt because I had all these dreams of when we got married, how we were going to live, you know, at 92 on the porch with our lemonade, etc. And he just blew that out of the water. And I had to pick up. I had to pick up and start. I had a son that was in private school, and I was so ashamed to take him out of private school because I didn't want others to think that I couldn't afford the private school. So right. I kept him in the private school and hung myself financially. I had my house that I had before the marriage. And okay, how was I going to pay the mortgage? It was just thing. But anyway, I figured it out. I threw spaghetti at the wall and something stuck.
Yeah, sometimes when we get in those situations, that's what we have to do.
Yep, we did. And so the spaghetti was, I started a private residential cleaning service
Okay.
because I wanted to be able to spend time with my son after school and be there for his sporting events, his parent teacher stuff, everything. So that was really important to me. So I did that. And fast forward 8 years later, I'm 9 months away from paying off my house.
Woo! That's fantastic. Congratulations.
Thank you. I kept him in that private school.
Look at you. Wow.
He went on to a high school, private school, paid for that.
Wow.
And he's now in his second year of college, and that's completely 100% paid for. He doesn't have to work anything.
Wow.
He got a brand new car when he went to college.
What? Oh my goodness. Now those are accomplishments. I wish we had a hand clap sound effect or something, because those are fantastic, fantastic achievements. Oh my goodness. As a single mom, you rocked it. Totally.
Thank you. And I'm so excited about that because I feel really privileged to have the honor of being able to, as I said in the book, get off my pretender highway and find my voice and found out what was really important to me and focus on that.
Yeah. Oh, that is so good. And I love how you threw the spaghetti at the wall. Something stuck. It was a business, going into business for yourself, which, you know, some people, that's kind of scary for them. But sometimes, like you said, you got to do what you got to do to just live, you know, and sometimes you have to take a chance. You have to take a risk. You have to put yourself out there and stretch beyond your own comfort zone.
Absolutely.
Because if you keep doing what you've always done, you're going to keep getting what you always got, right? Isn't that what they say?
Yes.
So you were thrust into this situation and you didn't fall apart. So can you tell me, like, how did you find the courage? I mean, how did you even know where to go or where to start throwing spaghetti? How'd you know you even needed spaghetti?
Well, I should say, well, my background was human resources. So I had a master's degree. So I wasn't exactly going at it from a very inexperienced perspective.
Okay.
Yeah. And I happened to work for an attorney in another city that was an entrepreneur. And I learned so much from him. When it was time for my spaghetti chances to take her, it wasn't as scary as it was. I know I needed to do something. And I like Tony Robbins. I really love Tony Robbins. And Tony Robbins says, as long as you are moving, something is happening.
That's right.
And if you didn't freeze, something was going to happen. And I knew I wanted to be there for my son at the end of the school day. I wanted in those things. I wanted to keep him in private school. I may not have known how I was going to do it, but that was the goal. And I kept that goal in focus.
Wow. I think that is so fantastic how you've emphasized the importance of surrounding yourself with the right people and gaining their input, gaining their wisdom, getting their knowledge, getting their advice, surrounding yourself with sort of like an advisory of sorts. People who can speak into you, even if it's through books, through Tony Robbins, or through, you know, audio, what you take into your ears, who you listen to, seeking out those words of wisdom from people who may have a completely different perspective and be able to add value to your life at that trying time.
Exactly.
What really stuck out to me is the importance of community, especially as, you know, even as an entrepreneur and business owner, you need to surround yourself with like-minded people who know what you're going through and maybe have been there already, who can show you how to navigate these particular situations. Does that make sense?
Oh, absolutely. I was born on the island of Jamaica,
Hmm. What
and my
part? What part?
Kingston.
Okay. I've been, and my husband is also Jamaican, and he was from the uh why am I drawing a blank right now? um Off of Halfway Tree and Lord of mercy. Okay, I hope he doesn't see this. Cherry Gardens? Is that what I want to say?
Woo, I'm bad.
No. Okay, never mind. Moving on. We'll be going back in August, so we'll go see it.
Okay, so you can tell me that.
Right.
But my mom had an island perspective, which was prime. And that meant for her was that you are a single birth child. You don't need anybody to help you to do anything. And I absolutely believe in that. I modeled that. I was the vision of, oh, I could do it by myself. Don't need you.
Right.
And when the husband divorced me, I learned partnership. Because then I realized it's so important for success to have partners around you. Yes. And I didn't mean a partner in a husband, or it didn't matter. I learned how to collaborate with others, to ask for help, and to say, I don't know how to do that. And that helped me to move forward a lot faster than I was trying to do it all by myself.
Absolutely. I completely get that 100%, because sometimes our pride can get in the way, or even like you said, being raised with that mindset that you don't need anybody. Because, similarly, my mom said to me, don't ever depend on a man for anything. Always have your own stuff and be able to do your own things. And so that was the mindset that I was raised with. So when someone great did come into my life, it was hard for me to let go of that independence, that thinking I could do it all myself, or that nobody was able to help me, and that sort of thing. So I completely get you. I'm like right here. I get you. So Heather, thank you so much for sharing those words of wisdom with us. As you've experienced things, our audience is now benefiting from what you went through. So thank you so much for sharing that part of you, and especially for your new book, or for your book that you wrote that was probably, fueled by these experiences. Can you tell us more about your book?
Well, my book is about the journey in getting off the pretender highway. Like I said earlier, I was so ashamed of not saying I needed help or I couldn't afford this. And in reality, I was choking myself. And it's like, oh my God, you got to stop. And my son had a hangout one day with some friends. And I had a little notebook with me, and I started writing. And I said, the first thing I wrote was peace. I needed to find peace in my mind because my mind was just swirling around me. The second thing I wrote was purpose. The third thing I wrote was passion. The next thing I wrote was philosophy. And when I looked at it later, the pattern was everything started with the letter P. So, there's a pattern here. So
and that starts with P. Pattern.
Yeah, exactly. So I would ferociously write at night and when I was home. And the writing was so therapeutic for me that it got me clear in what it was, because I was asking myself questions about what I wanted, what I didn't want, what my environment, which is where I live, would look like, what my career would look like, what my spirituality would look like. what my legacy, and I found 8 pathways
Mhm.
that worked for me. And everything in each pathway starts with the letter P. And it's a book about questions. It's asking you questions and for you to be honest with yourself. And
Mm.
when I finished with the book,
Mhm.
I found my 3 voices, which was the voice of the heart, the voice of the head, and the public speak of my mouth, and to speak authentically from my heart.
Wow, that is
And
so fantastic.
thank you. And I found the formula for me to live in my best life was to be able to say no, being able to say, I need help, being
Mhm.
able to say, thank you so much for that opportunity. It just doesn't work for me.
Right. Good for you. Because you don't want to get sucked into somebody else's plan and purpose and lose sight of your own thing that you're trying to accomplish. Right.
Exactly. So, it just created such peace in my
Yeah.
life that, as I said, I could focus on what I really wanted and not feel guilty that I didn't accept this particular opportunity that was a distraction. And I call distraction Porsche because I remember when I was in the military, uh,
Mhm.
there's a civilian, he had a red Porsche. And
Mm.
I was like so in love with that Porsche. Every time I saw it, I got distracted in what I was doing.
I can see how that could happen. It's a pretty car.
So every time I see a Porsche today, I have a smile because I say, oh, that's a distraction.
Mhm. There you go. I love that. I love it.
But but in finding my or defining my relationships, my legacy, I know what I want. I know what I don't want. And sometimes it's so easy when I say no. It's so easy to say no to that
Mhm.
opportunity that's not an opportunity because we all want to impress others. And,
Mm.
and generally, and if you're honest with yourself, it really doesn't matter what they think.
Right? Yeah. I think that's been my mentality, like to a fault. Right? I could care less what people think. And I've been advised you should care more.
And, and there's not, but we do, and we wear 5-inch heels because, oh my God, that's the way we're supposed to look when we go out. And it's like, no, I wear sneakers these days and I wear yoga pants.
Right. Right, because that's what's comfortable. But you know what though, and I don't mean to be like the devil's advocate for everything, but I was so much more comfortable wearing heels than I was wearing flats. And I got so used to wearing heels like every single day that when I had to start wearing flats every day, like during, that crazy time, I was like, why do my feet hurt? My feet have never been this flat for so long.
And that's absolutely no, but that is so valid because if you're used to wearing heels, go right ahead. And it doesn't matter. It's like I used to wear heels, but then I had 3 toe surgeries, and it's like, no.
Yeah, no. I don't think I'd be wearing him after a surgery.
So it just work. And I live my passion every day, every single day. Like tonight is March 1st, right?
Right.
Here in Hollywood, my favorite musical band on the planet, doesn't matter where, when, how, are the Eagles.
Oh, wow. My husband
So
loves the Eagles too.
they have 2 shows tonight. Not tonight. They have a show tonight, a show Saturday night, and then Monday night they're in Orlando. I'm at all 3 of them.
That is so great. That's so fantastic. I love
It's my joy. It's they are the threads that sewed my life together, and
Mm.
it's like, okay, I'm there. It's like, no, I'm it'd be my 30th, 31, and 32 times seeing them.
Wow, you really do love them.
So
That's awesome, though. And I think that too stresses the importance of, as you know, when you're a business owner and entrepreneur, things are coming at you all day, all night, you're always dealing, always doing, and trying to, think about ways of growing the business or strategizing ways to streamline processes or, set goals for the team or whatever that looks like. And so you're always, always, always on. So I think by you're sharing with us that you're taking the time for yourself to go and do the things that bring you joy, that is a critical component of being a business owner as well.
absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I learned that for my business and for my personal life, because I always ask myself two questions. Does it serve me and does it take me closer to my goal? And
Right.
and both answer needs to be yes, because sometimes it may serve me but not take me closer to the goal.
Mm.
And if there's a no, I have to say no to that opportunity.
Wow.
Because it's not working and it won't work.
All right. So does it serve me and does it take me closer to my goal? Both of those have to be yes in order for you to do it.
Yes.
I love that. I love that. That's such great advice.
Very simple. And for business as well as your personal life, because you have to make sure that you're being true to yourself in whatever capacity that you define it to be.
That's right. Agreed. 100%. That's fantastic. So, Heather, tell us about, I know that you have started helping people along these same lines who've been through what you have been through. And even those that haven't, and just kind of want to get some clarity around where they are and figure things out on this journey, because it's not easy and sometimes you don't have opportunities to just throw things at the wall and spaghetti at the wall and see what'll stick, because you may be going through some things that need immediate resolution. So how do you guide individuals in finding their route and so that they can live their best life personally and professionally?
Well, my biggest thing is first identifying what you are most passionate about.
Okay.
That's the best navigator to your destination, because your passion are the breadcrumbs of your life. Mm-hmm. My passion was that I wanted to enjoy every moment. I wanted to attend amazing concerts. I wanted to be able to leave a legacy for my son. Mm-hmm. With those guiding principles and those two questions that I mentioned, I say, okay, what does that? If I can't throw spaghetti at the wall, we all have a very unique contribution, whatever that is. Right. My gift was that I'm able to identify patterns, not only within myself, but within people. I think that's a training from my background in terms of HR. So I use that to help me. How do I do that? I take 4 or 5 things and I say, or you can tell me 4 or 5 things. And I look at it and it says, have you ever considered? And they're like, oh, because it ties together.
Right.
And so once you get that, your unique contribution, you don't need to throw spaghetti at the wall. You may be the most amazing baker, because every time you go to a party, they say to you, hey, Renee, bring that.
Right.
And you're doing it and you take it for granted because it just doesn't mean anything for you. You identify it as a gift.
That's so good. That's good.
And you take that gift and you run with it, because now instead of bringing the cake, maybe you have 6 or 7 friends who want that particular cake. Mm-hmm. It may be a little bit of side hustle for you to do that. I was good at cleaning because I was in the military, and boy, did they make me do GI parties.
Wow. It's amazing where we get our experiences, right?
Exactly.
Wow.
So go ahead.
No, I was just going to say that's really great, because sometimes we think that everybody can do what we can do because it comes so easily and naturally for us. When in actuality, no, like you said, that's your unique gift. That's your unique talent. That's your unique contribution that you make to society. Nobody
Exactly.
can do it like you because it's yours, right?
Exactly. That's exactly it. And, some of us are gifted in technology and social media and things like that. And you may not think that you can earn compensation from it, but you absolutely can. You just got to realize and capitalize on your gift.
That's
I
right.
give you an example that most people will know. Oprah Winfrey gift is the gift of speak.
Yeah,
She parlayed that into $1 billion company.
that's right.
You know,
Absolutely.
Martha Stewart was great at decorating. What did
Mhm.
she do? Snoop Dogg can rap. Okay.
Yeah,
So individually, we have our gift. Identify that gift for you. And if you don't know, ask your best friend because they'll tell you.
that's right. That's right. That's great advice too. Like, because people see you so much differently than you see yourself. And that whole Martha Stewart Snoop Dogg combo, I mean, I don't think there's anything quite like that. It's a good thing. No, I mean, I think I didn't come out right. Their partnership is one that is so unique and so amazing to me. And I'm just really in awe of it, I think is how that was supposed to come out.
Exactly. And then you said again, the key word is like unlikely. There's Martha Stewart, unlikely there's Snoop Dogg, and there's a partnership that works.
Mhm.
You know,
That's right.
I cannot see what's behind my head.
Right.
So that person looking at you is able to help you with that. And that's the gift of partnership because you cannot see behind you and they can't see behind them, but together you can see for each other and help each other out.
That's right. I don't know. Have you seen that movie, Mr. and Mrs. Smith?
No.
So, well, the original one with Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie was so fantastic. And there was a scene where they're fighting criminals together and they get back to back with each other and they go around in circles to handle the enemy.
Exactly. And that's a very military thing is
Uh-huh.
that you need a buddy to see and to help you to survive.
That's right.
Or now I say you need a buddy or a partner to help you to thrive.
Oh, I love that. You need a buddy or a partner to help you to thrive. I love it. There are no truer words because we're not meant to be out here on our own, by ourselves, trying to run a business and think we can do it by ourselves, like without the help or assistance or partnership or collaborations with others. If we
Absolutely.
think that, yeah, that's just not even realistic. Just not. So, I know we don't have a whole lot more time left. Can you tell us a little bit more about how we can find you in the future? Like what, if we want to follow you, how can we find you on socials and all of that?
It's very easy to find me. You can find me at Roadmap Heather.
Roadmap Heather. I love that.
So whether it's on YouTube and some of it, I haven't yet finished all of it, which is I'm owning up to that, but it's working. But the name is there, Roadmap Heather on Facebook or
Oh, I love that.
.com. Everything is Roadmap Heather.
Oh,
And
what a beautiful website. We've got it pulled up here for those that are watching the video. For those that are listening to the audio, you're missing it. It's a great website. So definitely check it out, roadmapheather.com. It's beautiful. She offers coaching. Tell us about your road trips and the steps to success. Those are different packages that you offer.
right. Well, they all mimic Eagles song.
Imagine that. I love that.
So first we want to take it easy. Just go down the road just a little bit. We don't want to put too much pressure on ourselves. So we find that in take it easy. And if you want to go full throttle and take it to the limit, this is where you need that intense weekly follow-up partnership. I do not pester you. You define what your goals are, and I do check-ins with you to make sure that you're on the right road, and that you haven't hit any roadblocks or need to take a detour to get where you're going.
Right.
But you decide your speed limit. I don't do that for you.
Excellent.
And it works really great.
I love that.
And when you finish with me, you would totally appreciate the Eagles.
Well, that is so wonderful. Thank you so much, Heather. It has truly been just an absolute honor and a pleasure to have you on the show, speaking into the lives of our audience to help them along their journey. It's been really wonderful.
Oh, thank you. I totally appreciate it.
Yes. So, Heather, you were made for something great. So go and be awesome.
Thank you.